The afternoon's opener here on Dominion Day at Redshores Summerside. They're lining up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Let's go upstairs for the first time to Vance Cameron.
First one's all lined up. Talk some smack, Source of Night, Midnight McNeil, He Can Rock, Truck 'em, Azure Beach, and Bet on Yourself, top of the stretch. Had the opportunity to go to Century Downs last spring. Run into a gentleman by the name of Mike Arnold. Well, Mike is joining me in the booth this afternoon. It's the first trip to PEI. Oh, what a great, and I mean a great Canada Day he's got to watch them here in Summerside. There they go. They're off and facing Midnight McNeil, the first one out. He Can Rock is second at the rail. Talk some smack third. Coming from the outside fourth. Bet on Yourself. Source of Night's away fifth. Then around the turn six. Azure Beach trailing the field as they straighten up the backstretch and go to the opening quarter mile. Up front, it's He Can Rock for Adam Murner on the lead. Midnight McNeil races from second. Racing third. On the rail is Talk Some Smack. Source of Night is fourth. Bet on Yourself. Move to the rail now, fifth. Then in sixth. That's Azure Beach. Trailing the field is Truck 'em. 28-4 opened it up. They're in straight alignment as they race round the paddock turn. On the point, He Can Rock and Murner are the fraction setters. Midnight McNeil's getting the two-hole ride. Talk Some Smack third. Source of Night fourth. Bet on Yourself headed back to the outside fifth. On the outside six, Azure Beach. In the backfield, the trailer. That is Truck 'em. They're halfway home in the Canada Day opener. 58-4 was the half. He Can Rock on the front end, going to the 5-8. Midnight McNeil sticking with him. Gapping out in third is Talk Some Smack. Source of Night on the cones fourth. Outside of fifth, Bet on Yourself. Up the rail goes Azure Beach six. In the backfield, Truck 'em the trailer. They arrive at three quarters. He Can Rock is the leader. Getting the textbook two-hole ride. Midnight McNeil, three quarters tripped in one. 28 flat. They're going a good clip to open it up. Eighth of a mile left to go. He Can Rock at the rail. Midnight McNeil coming to the outside for the stretch drive, and they're in deep. Stretch now. Midnight McNeil. He Can Rock on the wire next, and it's Midnight McNeil to open up Canada Day for Kenny Murphy. Second along the inside, He Can Rock. Talk Some Smack held third, and a good trip it was. 1:56.4.
Here comes the slow-mo replay for the opener here, brought to you by Universal Media on Dominion Day at Summerside. He Can Rock was on the front, 28-4, the half up, 58-4. Down to three quarters in 128, and Midnight McNeil right in the two-hole, getting the garden trip here. He moves out, and they battled all the way right down to the wire here. Midnight McNeil, He Can Rock on the inside, coming back on, but at the line, it is Midnight McNeil getting a new race win record here this afternoon for Kenny Murphy. 1:56.4. In for second, He Can Rock did all the work on the front end here. In for third is the one, Talk Some Smack. And for fourth, we have the six, Azure Beach. So unofficially in the opener, 3-4-1-6. And we'll see Midnight McNeil with Kenny Murphy back in the Woodmere Standardbreds winner circle next.
we've got one of those lightning fast tracks here on Canada Day at Summerside. Here's the first race winner, Midnight McNeil. Bay Pacing gelding 4 by Tobago K's off the Cam Luck Dam. More Than Luck, owned by Greg Kirby of Sydney and Nathaniel Smith of Holden, Maine. Bred by Donnie McNeil of Cornwall. He's trained by Chris Davies. Kenny Murphy is in the driver's seat, and he's never been better than he just was this afternoon here at Summerside. He'll pace to a new race win record of 156-4. Midnight McNeil in the Canada Day opener.